sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Philadelphia Eagles. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Here we go. 280! Like the 59.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Wentz. Throw left side complete. It's Ward. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw is Wentz. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. Alshon Jeffrey so dangerous even when a defender's near him.
He's got such a big body, ability to run, positions himself well, excellent control, and you're exactly right. Even if people are draped on him, he often comes up with the catch. He really symbolizes what people are looking for in receivers in today's NFL.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Luke Kuechly combines speed, intelligence, toughness, puts it all together. It makes plays like one we just saw there. He may not be a big-time blitzer, but, boy, he knows how to pursue straight ahead and make plays in the run game.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 37. A little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play, and gave up a bigger one instead.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Panthers' 37-yard line.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Wentz. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. It's caught by Jackson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. Shedding the tackle. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. McCaffrey. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
57, come on. Get ready, get ready. Get ready.
On 2nd and 11 now. Newton gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that's going to lead to a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. On first down, they run with Howard. Nigel Bradham brings him down. No score after one on EA Sports. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Go! Check 43. Look at me. Zipper.
Running with Howard. And he's got room. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A 21-yard touchdown run as his guys are on the board first here tonight.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And it's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Flushed out right. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. By the way, as we expected, most of the starting units out here in the second quarter. So get your 2 deep, your 3 deep, your 4 deep ready for this one.
If you have a particular favorite who wasn't a high draft pick or is an undrafted free agent trying to make the team, this is the time to watch him play and give it his best shot, because most of the starters, you're exactly right, they'll be out of the game watching the rest of the way.
Hey, a sidebar worth noting is that preseason cuts have changed. So week 3 that we're in right now, the preseason, I think, what did you say, the roster's going to stay at 90 instead of going down to 75 this year?
That's exactly right, Brandon, because in the past, just what you said, this game here, at the end of week 3, or game 3, you would cut the roster down to 75 and play game 4 just like that. In this case now, though, they're going to be able to keep guys all the way through. So guys who would normally not have a chance to finish out the preseason, they'll get that chance now and get more opportunities to get on tape.
Back to throw, Greer. And his throw here is incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
This is Howard on second down. Sheds off the tackle, and he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. It's a big-time run by Jordan Howard. 63 yards on the ground. So from their own 20 all the way to the red zone now. A chance to capitalize on 1st and 10. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Gator. Hey, Alpha. Watch the twist, watch the twist. Hey, check, shoot.
Now on 2nd and 13. Greer. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. Now the ball comes loose. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
I'm glad we were paying attention during the rules seminar because we learned the only time you can't advance a fumble like that is in the last 2 minutes of either half.
Right. Other than that, if that ball's out, whether forward or backwards, it's live and free for anybody.
No doubt about it. When you say free, that means he's got free reign to pick it up and go. And that's exactly what happened there. Took it in for a touchdown.
They're trying to run for it with Howard. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Jordan Howard, ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
On the tackle. A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
Ready. I'm not scared. I'm not too sick. You can't block me. You can't block me. Alert 3. Alert 3.
On 3rd down, Tate. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Greer from his own end zone. Dixon complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now a first down throw. Greer. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Malcolm Jenkins, the strong safety, swoops in for the sack.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Play action. It's Greer. Completes it to Dixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Panther first down.
53 is the mark. 3 balls.
On first down, Howard. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Hey, Echo. Hey, Sam off.
Check 13. Check 13.
On 2nd and 12, Greer. Throwing right, and that's complete. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. 51 yards. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
But I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Here we go. Here we go. Hey, hold on. 59. Let's put him on.
Off play action. Tate. He's going to air one out. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
Let's go now. 8 read.
Mike, check. 59.
Ready?
After the turnover, here's Greer. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. The final shot before the break, Greer. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
I can't believe they even let you play.
The final shot before break. Greer. And that is incomplete. So we are halfway through here in the final week of the preseason. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Kill.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They go with Howard again.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st. They just look like they're having fun out there. Big lead. There's another big play on the big run. I mean, they can't be stopped.
I'm a little bit older than you, as you well know, partner, and you tend to tell me that all the time. But there used to be a big-time song, and the lyric was, "Summertime and the living is easy." Right now, it's football time, and the running is easy for this crew.
The Panthers have the 1st. It's a gain of 12. They'll go back to Edwards on 1st down. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup.
On 2nd down, it's Edwards. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for 1st.
And it's 3rd down.
Set, ready? 15 line. 15 line.
Pick it up, G. Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Hit it.
Running from the gun with Howard. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike. Ricky. Check.
Here we go on 4th. Greer. And my goodness, this is incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Eagles defense able to hold. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is, will he be able to bounce back in the next one? Because right now, this has not been his game.
Call it a pickup of 7, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
To throw on 3rd down. Tate, flush to his right. Now he's going to let it go deep. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Greer and the Panthers set to go 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
He's coming. Double up, double up. Let's go.
Now Howard. He takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Again, it's Howard. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Greer throwing middle, and it's complete. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Hey, lock it. Switch.
Second and 1.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Howard. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They run with Howard. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they're going to take over right there at the 22. Yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11. Defensively, with this lead in the 4th quarter, I guess you can allow a run of that magnitude.
You're right about that, but really the focus has got to be don't fall in love with the idea that you're getting big runs now. You're right. They're actually being allowed. They've got to think really hard about getting some chunk plays through the air, too.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Tate going right side here, and that's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 10 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Here we go again.
2nd and 2. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Eagles on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Tate. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up 4th down. I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a 1st down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18.
Mike, check, 59.
From the gun, Tate. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles get a score closer.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive game. Just keep that clock ticking.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Space to maneuver at the 40. And a cutback right sideline. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. A give to Howard. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Howard. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
15,
It's now second and 6.
On second down, it's Howard. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. A give to Howard running left. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Throwing now, Greer. Setting up the screen here to Edwards. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
20. Back.
This is McCaffrey. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Philadelphia, good night, everybody.